Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we are jumping straight into the action from Matchday 1 of the COPACCHAI Super July Women's Elite Cup. It was quite the opening day, some upsets, some really dominant displays. We're here to break down what actually happened.
Exactly. That first match day, it's so crucial. It's not just about the points, is it? It's about setting a marker mentally. You see who's really come to play and who might be, struggling early on. Sets the whole tone.
Right. And the tone in Group A, well, it started off a bit quiet. Sobel Diamanti, the hosts from München, against Paso Verde from Menor, finished 0-0.
Yeah, and Erie Price, Paso Verde's keeper, the national team goalie, she was basically unbeatable, a real brick wall.
You could tell Sobel had the edge in play, but just couldn't break through. What does that kind of draw, especially for a host, tell you right off the bat?
Well, it shows how one outstanding player, like Price, can just neutralize a team. Frustrating for Sobel, definitely. But Group A wasn't entirely goalless. All the goals actually came in the other match.
Yes. Flores de Lanquin from Marbella, the champs, they got a 2-1 win over Argadal SC.
And Argadal, they're the surprise team from Eastern Nubia, won the Central Challenge Cup. So that was a pretty strong statement from Flores de Lanquin getting that win.
Okay, let's shift to Group B. This is where we saw some real fireworks. Solmach 76 from Levadia Mariana, big favorites. They looked the part. 2-0 win against ACA Sheer Barmal.
Very convincing.
And their striker, Leonie Zniek, she was absolutely on fire, bagged both goals, clinical start.
Just what you expect from a player like her.
But the real story in Group B, I think, was the Pico Pearl versus Hanami game. What a roller coaster. Pico Pearl fight back, get the equalizer. It's looking good.
Right. Momentum may be shifting.
And then 72nd minute, their defender, Kei Hiana, gets a straight red card.
Oof. That changes everything.
It really did. They held on for a while, but then Hanami from Menor just pounced. 2 late goals.
Yeah, 88th and 91st minutes.
Win 3-1? That's got to sting for Pico Pearl.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It just completely unraveled for them. You go from feeling back in it to down a player, and the pressure tells. It shows how quickly things can turn at this level. Hanami smelled blood and went for it. Great opportunism.
Okay, Group C. Wow. We had a proper shocker here. Charlotte looked comfortable, 2-0 up.
Against Cultural y Deportivo Unami, from Dharmendra Karube. Seen as maybe the most beatable team.
Exactly. And then Unami pulls it back. Equalizer in the 92nd minute for a 2-2 draw. Charlotte must be kicking themselves.
Devastating. To drop points like that right at the death against that opponent, that's a huge mental blow, not just lost points.
And Charlotte weren't the only big names stumbling in Group C. Hakaki, the current Menor champions,
Their form
continued their terrible run, lost 2-1 to FC Sanma from Vizia.
Yeah, for Hakaki, this terrible form is starting to look like a real crisis. For both them and Charlotte, you have to ask, can they recover from this? Does this disappointment define their tournament, or can they regroup? Big questions already.
Definitely. Right, let's wrap up with Group D, which was maybe a bit more straightforward, some strong showings. Entente from Dharmendra Karube looked really good. Solid performance, got the win over Cedros from Marbella.
Controlled the game well.
And then Maria Hallam, the Levadia Mariana side, also very impressive. A 3-1 victory against Minuano from Menor.
Yes, they looked sharp.
And their right winger, Malika Sustrange, she was key. Got 2 crucial goals.
She really stood out. Both Maria Hallam and Entente, they didn't just scrape wins. They looked organized, clinical. Based on just this first match, you'd have to say they put themselves forward as teams to really watch closely. Early days, but impressive starts.
So Matchday 1 is in the books. What a start to the COPACCHAI Super July Women's Elite Cup. Powerhouses delivered, but we had those twists too. The stage is definitely set.
It really is. And as you look at these results, think about this. Which teams showed that, championship grip? And which ones looked maybe a bit fragile? How are these first impressions, these early wins and losses, going to shape the way teams approach the next round of games? It's only just getting started.